My name is Andrea Vasquez Jimenez, co-director of LAEN, which stands for the Latinx, Afro-Latin America, Avia Yala Education Network, and we're based out of Toronto, Canada. One of our collective most recent one has been the removal of the School Resource Officer Program, aka Cops in Schools. It was removed from the Toronto District School Board, which is actually the largest school board in Canada. So it was very much a historical decision. In regards to the SRO program, that was input within the classrooms and schools in Toronto since 2008. And what had happened, there was resistance from many community members, especially those who were most negatively impacted. And it was essentially invisibilized, the resistance. So there's been resistance throughout the years, but we ended up having a 3-year action plan at LAEN, and our youth educators and students were letting us know that this is one of the issues that they want to be dealt with in regards to the 3-year action plan. And so it was for the removal of the SRO program. And what ensued there was really bringing in collaborative work, alliances with so many organizations, so many community members, hundreds upon hundreds, like folks signing off on petitions, folks like literally canvassing and asking folks for like, whether it be to volunteer an hour, whether it be to like write to your trustees or write to your city councilor, anything that was able to push some of the powers in regards to highlighting this as the major issue. So there's definitely a lot of collaborative work, a lot with Black Lives Matter Toronto, that also led the fight against the removal of the SRO program. And then in addition to also working with the school boards, that, you know, Toronto District School Board has been very much a leader in equity. And so really holding our school boards, our administration accountable to equity, accountable to truly centering the voices and lived experiences of our students and youth that are truly mostly negatively impacted, and particularly our African diasporic, Black students, Indigenous, and undocumented students, among their other multiple intersectionalities. And so what had ensued was really just working collaboratively, like utilizing a lot of qualitative data, which is essentially students and youth's lived experiences. That's qualitative data. It's not just stories, they're not just anecdotal stories, and really bringing lived experiences, highlighting those. And so there's a lot of community collective power. So many folks are really coming together, highlighting the issue, and then organizing strategically in multiple ways. And then also the Toronto District School Board utilizing and taking a stance on centering those voices that are traditionally excluded or dismissed. And so that was very powerful in regards to the school board finally taking a stance after so many cries from so many community members to actually say, just because there's a majority number does not necessarily mean that will be the response. We're going to take an equitable approach. And that's kind of what really brought us that final win, was ensuring equity within a data analysis and the recommendation for the full removal of the SRO program. Definitely in regards to when we speak to our youth that previously we had spoken to, in regards to their lived experiences, they definitely feel that it's a lot healthier for them. That the space doesn't have this like harsh feel to it, this fear of like not even wanting to attend class. And so it's been beautiful for those folks that we've been able to connect with those one-on-one stories, but also we see the systemic issues in regards to other schools not wanting to respond in the same manner. So we have the Toronto District School Board that removed the SRO program, but the Toronto Catholic District School Board continues to rationalize and justify why it is that they still have the program. And so we've seen a lot of resistance on the other end, but the reality is our youth our students are thriving because of the removal of the SRO program. And so now it's really looking at pushing, at reallocating and reinvesting into our youth, into our classrooms, into educators, into social workers, guidance counselors that are not only embody and are reflective of our communities that they're serving, but also having that mindset of pro-liberation framework that are anti-racist, anti-colonial, anti-oppressive, because we really need the mindset to go along with the body that's going to be within the classrooms and within the schools with our students and youth to truly impact further systemic changes within these institutions. It's been amazing working with so many people across so many fields for the removal of the SRO program, and definitely having youth lead also in regards to highlighting these issues and really being vulnerable and expressing their lived experiences. So it's been a beautiful journey, so many folks. It is a systemic issue. This is very much a global issue. White supremacy is global. Anti-Blackness is global. These issues are found all over the globe. But there are many similarities. And I think in regards to looking at frameworks is one of the key things and key lessons that we brought with us and held with us was Black Lives Matter Toronto chanting in regards to "we will win." The mentality that grounded us is we will win, because what's the point of fighting a fight if we think that we're not in it to win it? And so it's more so also ideological in regards to, once again, looking for a full removal of the SRO program, not necessarily a reform. And I think in regards to what really assisted us was human connections through so many years, building relationships with folks within school boards, with educators, with students, and being able to really have folks be vulnerable together and really envision a different classroom, a different school. And so it's that collectivity which the US is so full of as well. I think what differentiates it is really at that moment, the Toronto District School Board has been for many years centering equity. And so what assisted us in that particular moment was really utilizing their procedures, their policies in regards to, hey, y'all are about equity, so why is it that we have an SRO program? This is not an equitable manner to continuously have surveillance and policing in a school to prison pipeline. It's not conducive to learning. It has nothing to do with education. SROs are not educators. Why are they in these spaces? So yeah, I can't really say a framework, but I understand that folks have come up to us. A lot of folks have reached out in regards to, what's kind of like the code?
What's the secret?
Yeah, what's the secret? Yeah. But I think just multiple strategies and multiple moments, and really working with folks that envision the dismantling of these systems is truly crucial, because the energies that are put out, the manifestations of our energies really have to be full throttle to dismantle these oppressive systems. I would definitely say liberation to be who we choose to be, who we're destined to be without any limitations. That would be justice.